Hello, everybody, and welcome to SBR Picks. My name is Martin Green. Today, I'm going to be talking through some of the leading runners and riders for the upcoming Kentucky Derby. This is the biggest and richest race in the horse racing calendar, billed by many as the most exciting and fastest 2 minutes in sport. This year, we have a clear favourite once again in Nyquist, who has been the dominant horse in his division this year. He's already beaten several of the leading runners in this race. He's beaten second favourite Exaggerator, and he's beaten Mohaymen, the third favourite, unbeaten in all his starts this year and deservedly the favourite. He is the most likely winner of this race. The only caveat I would say is that he's not quite in the same form as our last two winners of the Kentucky Derby. The favourites have won it for the last 2 years. We had California Chrome in 2014 and American Pharoah last year. But last year, American Pharoah last year had his best Bayer speed figure was 105, and for California Chrome the year before that it was 107, whereas Nyquist this year is a relatively modest 94. So that really does open it up, and it should be a bit of a closer race, and there is value to be had across the field. Anyone could win it, but I would argue that the winner would come from a smaller group of runners, so I'll just break down some of the others that are in the mix. The second favourite is Exaggerator, who's having a good season, but he did struggle when he lost to Nyquist, and I won't be backing him simply because I think there are stronger horses in the field. Next up, we have the third favourite, Mohaymen, which is a horse that I really like. He was the favourite at the Florida Derby, which is the key race in the build-up to the Kentucky Derby. Everyone expected him to win, but he was beaten by Nyquist. He ended up fourth. I would argue that this was an uncharacteristically poor performance from Mohaymen. He's a better horse than he showed on that day, and I wouldn't say that that race definitely determined that Nyquist is the better horse. I think Mohaymen will give him a real run for his money in this race and is a strong contender. Then there is More Spirit, who is a strong runner. He was the favourite at the Santa Anita Derby, finished second in the end, but that was quite a sloppy track. I would expect him to improve in this Kentucky Derby on slightly better ground. Then we have My Man Sam, who looks a great long shot for me. He was second last time out to Brody's Cause, who is running in this race, but I expect him to finish strongly, and I think he'll put in a better performance this time around. I think he'll enjoy the distance. Another horse I expect to enjoy the distance is Creator. He's having a very strong season, and I think you should see him finish strongly. I think he'll improve as the race goes on, and he'll be in the mix come the end. The other couple of horses that everybody are talking about is Destin and Gunrunner, both in with a shout. I would argue that Destin has had an 8-week layoff this season, which might catch up with him. He will struggle a bit maybe to find that sharpness for the race. Equally for Gunrunner, may struggle to last the distance, but is another interesting bet on one of the more long shot bets. But those are some of the leading runners in this race. Hope you've found that useful and enjoyable. Please keep checking SBR in the build up to the race, and we'll be covering it all. So yeah, good luck.